everyone, it's Sarah and I am here with another Disney layout, and I'm going to be scrapping these two pictures here. And this was taken right after, I think, some Star Wars something. I don't remember. It might have been when we went to see Kylo Ren and kind of when you were walking out. And they had some fun characters walking around in there you could take pictures with. And then my husband and I just took a fun little selfie, and then I took a picture of him standing at the little fake bar around a drink. So it was pretty funny. He just kind of posed like he really needed a drink. And I think at that point we hit a point where we really did need a drink. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap these today. So I have a lot of browns here, and that's kind of going to be my color theme. So I went to my stash and I got a piece of brown cardstock that actually came from a Die Cuts with a View pad, which is the very back layer, and then the lighter brown with the polka dot is from GCD Studios from a paper pad. I'm not sure what that company is or if they make products anymore, but it's a paper pad I had gotten a while ago. And then I just have a bunch of scrap paper here. And so I'm just going to cut them down and use them as some layers here. And even one of them, that brown piece of that craft cardstock there, has a rip at the bottom, and that is something, it was sitting in my scraps just like that, so I'm going to use that as a fun element too. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut off all these branding strips. And I think that one right there is from Bo Bunny from their Safari line, and it's just a long 12 by 12 strip, and I'm going to use that to kind of ground everything. And then I have this large piece here that came from a paper pad. I'm just not sure which one. I want to say it might be a Studio Calico line, but I'm not 100% sure. It was a scrap and it didn't have a branding strip on it, but I know it came from a paper pad. It's just been a while since I've used anything like that. All right, so these two little pieces here I cut in half because I'm going to use some on the top and some on the bottom of the layout, and then the ones on the bottom I'm going to cut into a banner. So on the bottom they're going to look like little banners. And then for these, I'm going to punch out these viewfinders here with my punch. And my punch gives me a hard time. It keeps getting stuck, like it won't actually go through, and I have to actually like jiggle it and do this and play and move things, and you know, eventually it works, but it was such a pain in the butt, and it won't consistently stay like a clean cut. Like I'm trying to do it here again and it's not working. It takes me a couple times. Yay fun. It's just getting old, so I might need to get another one. We'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out 3 different ones. 2 of them are going to be halves and then 1 is a whole. And I'll use those as elements as well. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting my papers inked up, and I am using some Distress ink from Tim Holtz, and I'm using the color Vintage Photo. So I'm just going to use that along with my little tiny blending tool here, and I'm just going to ink the edges of all of the papers so that they look cohesive and look like they all go together, because I have a lot of patterns going on here. So I'm just going to do the edges of all of them. And I even did the torn edge there. It kind of helps bring a little bit of attention to that. I thought that was pretty cool looking. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting my layers down now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down first, and then I will put the strip over on top of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one down, and this one is going to go right underneath my pictures. And then I'll go ahead and get these down too. I'm pretty much putting everything down that needs to go underneath the pictures and all that. And then a couple things I had to pull up, but that's okay. And then I realized I hadn't put this down yet. So that's kind of the most important piece. And I put it down crooked. Of course I did, right? So I'm going to, I ripped it up and put it back, said a little prayer. I usually don't have problems with papers ripping and stuff even after I put them down. If I can get them up fast enough, then they usually don't rip. All right, so I got all these down here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my pictures down. And then kind of start placing my embellishments here. So I'm going to go ahead and put these little viewfinders down. And then I'm going to start working on my title. And I'm going to use these Amy Tangerine thickers, and these are called Cutout. I've had them for quite a while, and as you can tell, I have 3 sheets in there. And that's because I used to have 2 packages of these, and then as one of them started to get low, I just combined all of the letters that I had left over onto one piece, and then I stuck it all in one package together. So I have the original package that has everything in it, and then I have one extra sheet that has all the leftovers from the other one. And it just kind of helps me get through some stuff. So I'm pulling a lot of things off of my older package there as well, the one that's kind of mismatched. And anything that I can grab off there first, I'm going to go ahead and grab off there so that I can start getting that used up. And then as I start using them more and start filling in some more spaces, I'll just move the extra ones over. So that's kind of how I'm keeping track. That way I don't have, you know, too many packages of thickers going on. So my title is Happiest Place on Earth with a question mark, because sometimes it's not. And okay, so now I'm going to use a couple stickers from this Simple Stories sticker pack here. And that is from their Say Cheese 2 line, which is a line that I'm using for this album. So I picked a few things that had blue in them. And I'm just going to use that as a little accent because there is some blue in that hexagon shaped paper. So I'm just going to just add a couple little details. Okay, so now I'm using the stamp from Kelly Perky, and this stamp says Mama Needs a Cocktail, but I don't want to say Mama because I'm not the one at the bar. That's Josh. So I just inked up Needs a Cocktail, and that's it, and I did not ink up the word Mama. So I kind of made it work for what I needed it to say. Then I put down that little memories chipboard there, and that is from, I think it's from a Maggie Holmes, possibly, chipboard sheet. It's very old, so I've had it for a while. Doing a little faux stitch there around the Needs a Cocktail because this is where I'm going to do my journaling. And then I also added a few stickers from that Simple Story sheet. One says loving this, one says having a blast, and then the gray one says best place ever. And I put that over top to make it kind of go with the viewfinder that's tucked behind the picture there. It kind of just fit perfectly. Okay, so my journaling here is just about how Disney is wonderful, it's magical, it's amazing, it's also stressful and overwhelming. So we kind of felt like every day that after we got back, we kind of felt like we needed a drink because it was long days. Okay, so I got my title stuck down. I have this little banner that says happy with a heart on it. And I just stuck that in that kind of awkward space there. And now I think to finish it off, I'm going to grab some enamel dots, and I have a package that has one row. I can't tell if they're brown or if they're like a dark purple. It really was like the light was playing tricks on me, so I wasn't sure what the color was, but I held it up to the layout and to me it looked fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and use them here, and I'm using up this entire row, so I use up that little package of enamel dots. And that's going to complete my layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.